Hey, I wanted to come back and do a lock update. My locks are 11 months. So I started my locks January 7th. And yeah, a couple things have changed with my locks this month. Um I finally completely combined these two locks using the crochet method. One of these locks was longer than the other, so I crocheted the long skinny part of the one of the locks to the second lock that was shorter. I crocheted into it and it fit great. It wasn't hardly any damage. The ends aren't completely sealed because they're barely a year old. Like my lockversary, yes, lockversary is soon in January. So yes. I dyed my hair too with a cheap dye. I will never do that again. I should have done that because the color that I really want, I found it in another dye. And I wish I would have gambled with the second dye that I got. Other than the cheaper dye, it was $1. Don't kill me. I know something that's worth $1 ain't shit. But I wanted to give it a chance and it failed. The only thing that got kind of lighter are my ends. Like, you can see it during the daytime. My edges, like, I shouldn't have done it. But never mind. We're not going to dwell in the past. Edges are growing back really well. When I've had loose natural hair, used to have haircuts and get sauced up and lined up like a dude. I didn't look like a dude. Like my barber, he only cut men's hair. He was like, "You sure?" I only have cut men's hair before. I was like, "Do you?" And I used to wear like high top. I had a high top fade once. Tapered haircut. Then I had my afro all even. Then I cut the sides again. Then I used to, my hair's been through an evolution in the last 4 years. Having loose natural hair was fun. You got to experiment a lot. But it was a lot of work. Not saying that locks aren't a lot of work because it takes a lot of care to care for locks because so much can happen to locks like mildew and lint and build up and it's so permanent. You can't comb it. You can't do especially if you have thicker locks. I'm still in the beginning of my journey. My locks aren't even close to what they may look like in 2 years. So right now, I'm combining a few so they can have strong bases because I know as locks get older, they get heavier and that leads to thinning for locks with weak bases. So the two-headed dragons that I have, still these two in the front. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with just like two-headed dragons. Well, if there were like semi-freeform or whatever, I don't think I've ever seen like two just sitting in front like that. This one was a two-headed dragon. I did the crochet method on this as well. It worked really good. Crochet method, it's like gathering the hair. Is what I mean is gathering the hair or inserting the crochet hook needle into the lock and then like pulling the hair back. I used to do it in the front. Now I was like, I'm not gonna do that. My hair can like literally just like get thicker and I could see it getting so much thicker. It's doing really well. The edges. Yeah, so I did the crochet method, and that's how you do the crochet method. I didn't do it in video or anything on that because it was just like, whatever. But yes. That's changed. I combined two locks. I still have about four two-headed dragons, maybe 5. I'm not sure. Sometimes I find new dreads, lock shreds. I want to have a discussion too on that. I don't know. I was thinking about making a video about people saying locks versus dreads. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like using the word dreads because they feel like it's a negative backstory behind it. I don't know. I have to do more research, but I like saying locks because It's like your hair, it's locks. I like saying locks. Sometimes I slip up and say dreads. I don't feel bad for saying either. They are what they are. They're awesome. So far this year has been going by really well. Like, yeah, with my hair. Good changes. I haven't, only bad things that have happened is me picking a bad dye. And, what else? We're going to see how this rosemary water goes. My first experience with it wasn't that good because I put too much rosemary in the water. So, it was very, excuse me. It was, very strong. Like, no. So, I had a bad reaction to it. But I was told, or I saw on YouTube, that this girl said put a little bit. And it won't be that overwhelming. So, I'll try it out. We'll try it again. Tomorrow morning, we'll see how my hair feels. It feels really moist. I put some flaxseed in there, just a few flax seeds, because I know you put too much, it'll give it a jelly consistency. So I decided to only put a little sprinkle of flax seeds in it to really moisten my hair. I might make flaxseed water. Let's see how that goes. Putting a little flaxseed in the water. Who knows? We'll try it. I'm still trying natural things in my hair. Water. I'm only putting water. I have some castor oil. Jamaican or Haitian. Doesn't matter. Whichever one is cheaper or whichever one, you know, both of them the same price, I think. I like to shop online for 100% natural stuff, but a sister is broke right now, so I can't afford to pay for no $15 oil. So I normally just go to the beauty supply store or, yeah, the beauty supply store. Water is always a good moisturizer. It's always, you know, doing the job. Some people complain that water itself isn't enough. I just say wet it again and wet it again some more. You don't have to soak it, but just, you know, wet it again. Some of the most beautiful sets of locks I've seen, the keepers of those locks tell the viewer that they just love to wet their hair. They love to wet their hair. They wet their hair all the time. I'm one of the few who agrees that water is it. I've seen other people who put like a lot of gels and stuff in their hair. And that's fine. That's you. Do you, boo. Do you. But me personally, I feel like putting all that stuff in your hair is like, you know, it's gonna cause buildup eventually. And yeah, there are tricks and stuff to getting buildup out, but it's like, don't put it in there knowingly in the first place. Maybe you won't have to worry about buildup at all. Just saying. Anywho, what more can we talk about? So yeah, my locks will be 1 in January. I wash my hair every month. I used to style it like crazy and like ponytails. Because, look, when I was younger, my hair was like, it didn't grow past a certain point. This right here is like the longest my hair has been without perm. Or with a perm, for that matter. My hair has never dangled on my forehead like this. Not from what I could remember. Maybe if I had a press. But it's like, my hair was like, it stopped growing at a certain point. That's damage of itself. Even if you're not completely bald. Had bald spots. My edges were always my problem. I see a lot of people talk about like problem areas in their head. My problem area when I was not natural, I wore wigs, weaves, all that, putting lace front glue and stuff, putting lock gel, putting glue from tracks in my hair, on my hair. And my sister used to do my hair, and like, this is no shade, but we used to like literally put that stuff on our hair, and it rips your hair. Like, so my edges were always like bad. Hair would try and grow, but it would never get past a certain point. But this right here, baby, this is amazing. When you just leave your hair to do what it's supposed to do. That's amazing. Like, if you knew how my hair looked before, you would be shocked. This is the healthiest my hair has ever been. Being natural was the best thing that I've done. Like, the best choice I've done. And it took a lot. I know a lot of people, I mean, it's like the easiest hard thing you have to do in your life. Because when you grow up and all you know is perms and weave and wigs, long hair makes you look better. You know, you never let nobody see you without your wig, without your weave. You have to have something I had on when you go to the hair store, because if somebody see you without your weave, you're gonna die. Like, I've been there, done that, read the story, hated it. And when that day I stepped out and I said, I'm going to wear my real hair, it was like, I felt like all eyes were on me. I felt like, and I'm looking over here because I have a tree by my window, and all types of critters just sit there and chill. And it's interesting to see, like, who's going to pop up next at the zoo. That's what it seems like. It looks like a safari over here. Anywho, so it's almost like overcoming that. It's a piece of self-hate. It's a piece of self-hate because you don't feel like you're beautiful with something that come out your head. So when I got past that, it's literally like pulling a blinds from over your eyes. Like, it literally is like that when you finally come into that. So for my hair to be so as healthy as it is, strong as it is, it's never been like this strong. The back, once I embraced my natural hair, I wanted to lock. Once I tried to lock, the back was my problem because I have a straighter texture in the back. My son has the same problems too with his hair. He, well, it's not even a problem necessarily. I mean, with locks, if you're trying to lock your hair, having straight hair, it's going to be a pain in the neck. And especially when it keeps unraveling, it won't lock. But my back locks, I could honestly say I'm proud of this back row right here. You know, even if I might have to combine them eventually because the hair is really straight. But how it's growing, I don't feel like I would have to combine them. Oh, I wish you could see all of them. They come a long way. These things used to unravel all the time. Like, I keep having to, like, even when this hair right here was, like, looking like it's trying to lock, you know, like, month 4, month 5, my back looked like twists. But it came a long way. Literally overnight, these in the back became, like, locks, you know. It's an amazing journey. Well, another thing I want to talk about too, and I totally forgot. I don't want to make this video too long, but there are a lot of okay, what am I trying to say? There are a lot of people who I used to watch lock goals. People always used to be like, these are lock goals. They used to be on every lock Instagram page. You know, their lock videos were getting like thousands and thousands of freaking views. Their locks were dope, and not even being shady. Some of them had fake locks, faux locks, but we're not going to talk about that. But a lot of them were like, you know, they started from the beginning, from the stages, and it's crazy. They had like buku followers. A couple of them started combing out their locks, cutting off their locks, and a lot of people were hating that. So my question is, I wonder why people, like, a lot of them lost followers too now. some people, they didn't stop following. They probably just like turned that bell off. They didn't want to get no notifications about your straight hair because they weren't interested in your loose natural hair. But a lot of people lost subscribers. So I'm like, and I'm not going to confirm or deny if I unsubscribed. I was one of the people who unsubscribed because, I mean, of course, you have a right to subscribe to whomever you want. But it was like a lot of people were disliking the videos, leaving messages like, how could you? I thought you were going through a spiritual journey. And it is kind of like if you say that you're a vegetarian, but then a year or two later, you end up starting to eat meat again. It's kind of like, nigga, I knew you weren't no vegetarian. It's kind of like, nigga, I knew you didn't go on this like journey for spiritual reasons. Like, you know, so it's kind of like, ugh. I wonder how people do that. But like, they really go hard and they be like, they dislike the videos and stuff like that. They take it personal. They take it personal. You could, it's probably as if that person themselves cut your locks off. It's not like I cut your locks off. And so I get why a lot of the YouTubers who like comb out their locks and all that, I get why they're just like, if you don't like it, then oh well, you know. But it's like, it's kind of funny. People invest in these people's locks themselves. A lot of them go to the salon and say, I want my locks like this. Go to a salon, get their shit started. And yes, I understand. Wait. I'm about to go, but let me make this 100% clear right off the bat. I'm not against people who like get their locks done and then get like those styles and stuff like that, because it's your hair, do you. It's gorgeous. Ancestors been doing that for centuries. But it's like, they go, I ain't gonna go there. Not today. Not today. But it's like, yeah. Anyway. It's the most simplest, complicated hairstyle to have, to me, as a black woman. It comes with a lot of baggage. It comes with a lot of stereotypes, honey. It comes with a lot of dissing. People diss you because you want to lock your hair. People diss you when you want to get a TWA. But I've also seen videos with people with loose natural hair kind of talking down to people with locks, because it's as if you're not doing a wash and go. You're not doing a twist out. You're not doing a braid out. You're not shaving your hair. You know, all the type of reasons why they exclude locks is from being natural hair. A lot of people. Now, there are a lot of platforms I see, they do include locks, like Afro Punk and stuff like that. You know, lockers go to Afro Punk, and I still have my afros just in a different form. So they embrace it, but I've seen videos of people being so bitter and saying, you know, this is why I don't consider locks in the natural hair community. This is why, whichever reason. Vice versa. A lot of lockers feel like they're more of a superior naturalista than natural hair, like loose natural. They feel like they're more spiritual. I've seen a lot of people say, you know, because you put all those products in here to manipulate it, just let God do with your hair as He intended for your hair to do. Like that. I've seen that too. I swear, I'm a comment queen. I love, if I watch a video and I have a thought and I'm like, I wonder if somebody else had that thought, and I stroll down to the comment section, and sometimes I get something totally different, and I'm like, really? Or, you know, it's cool to see people like talk and network. That's why I advise you, before I wrap up this video, please leave a comment. Any comment. Let's have a conversation. In conclusion to this video, one, why do people feel so connected to other people's locks? Why do people feel like if a person cuts off their locks, combs out their locks, that they are, they're a fraud, basically? And the other question or conclusion in question I want to say is, do you feel like the natural hair community in and of itself give locks enough love? If that makes sense. Why are locks looked unprofessional, like as the most unprofessional hairstyle? Regardless if you wear it in a bun, why, or ponytail, or whatever. Why is that looked down upon, frowned upon? Anyway, I gotta go before this video becomes 30 minutes. I refuse. And I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace and blessings.